Game on, motherfuckers. Welcome to another episode of the Etiquette for A-Holes podcast. It is the place where we talk about A-Holes, and the place where you want to go to see and experience and get involved with all things A-Holes is www.etiquette4aholes.com. All one word, and that gets you everywhere you need to go. It's easier to tell you that than it is to tell you, the Twitter feed and Instagram and Facebook and all those different things. Go there, read the blog posts, get the podcasts, get it all, links to the books, merchandise, whatever, do what you want to do. It's just easier that way. So, etiquette4aholes.com. Go there, get after it, and you'll be happy you did. I know I'll be happy you did. Come by, say hi, send a message. I'll send one back. See if we can't help you be a good person. Help you making your way in the world today. Takes everything you got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Bum, 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 bum. Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name. Bum, bum, bum. Cheers, come on. Cheers, everybody knows Cheers. Well, people that would probably listen to this podcast know Cheers. Kids today have no idea what Cheers is. Ted Danson's just a weird guy in a new heaven-related TV show with Kristen Bell. Even then, that's a stretch. And still has a toupee, though. That's one thing. With this, we can bridge the generations. It can be our incredulity over Ted Danson's hair. What a career his wig makers had. But that's not what I'm here to talk about, is it? No, I'm here to talk about why would I sing the Cheers theme song? Because you know what? It's a happy song. You know what? It feels good. It feels safe. And what I'm going to talk about today is something that should feel good, should feel familiar, also probably involves wigs on some level. And of course, I'm talking about the news. And I don't know why I'm doing it since nobody can see me. I'm air quoting the word news right now because the news as we know it is a sham. It's not the news. It's a waste of everybody's time. First and foremost, the news... I'll stop doing the quotes to myself, I swear. The news is nothing more than a way for people to get money. I guess it's always been the way for people to get money, although I don't know. Back when you had the guy standing on his turned over apple box yelling on the street corner, I don't think he was making money. But as long as there's been a printing press, thank you Gutenberg and William Randolph Hearst and the like, and Newsies, and Christian Bale was in Newsies. Do you even know what Newsies is? It's a musical with Christian Bale and borderline midget from Doogie Howser that was the Italian, Vinny. News organizations and mainstream media and all that exist to make money. That's what they're there for. The first and foremost is to make money off of advertisers. And how do they get the advertisers? They get their subscribers, but they don't have any of those anymore, so they got to get clever. They got to track your clicks and your viewers and their Nielsen numbers. And they got to drive traffic, and they got to drive eyeballs, and they got to get your attention so they can get advertisers to give them money so that they can get rich. And that's how they choose their news stories, not by what their job should be, what news and journalism should be. Journalism is different. Journalism should be respected and revered. Journalism's the girl you bring home to marry, and news is the girl you fuck in the ass and never call again. Oh, there we go. That feels good, doesn't it? But there's a difference there, right? But it's a joke. All it serves to do, these are privately, and it's always been this way. News outlets are privately held entities. Maybe they're publicly traded companies, whatever it is, whose sole purpose, they usually generally have a clear agenda, whether they're Fox News on their right or everybody else on their left or whatever the hell it is. They're coming at you from an angle to try and split you up, to spoon feed you the stories that you want to hear so you can live in a goddamn echo chamber going, oh, that's right, I agree with this. But that other one, oh, they're evil. And all we're going to do is feed you the kind of things we want to feed you to get you to go, oh, I trust this source, and now I feel like I'm an informed person. And now they've got you in their database, and now they get credit for you watching, and now they get to sell ads. And that's news. And that's not how it should be. Is there anybody that thinks this is good? Tricking people into thinking they're informed by sending biased information so it reinforces their views so that they'll friggin' click on your story or turn on your channel or listen to you on the radio. What good does that do anybody? All it does is get us all to fight against each other. It just divides us for the sake of them not informing us, just so some rich people can make some more money. And I mean, how do they do it? There's no surprises here. They like to use these phrases, you know. They like to use clickbait articles and, you know, sensationalism, and they like to have listicles. God knows, I don't know where we'd be if we didn't have our list of the 18 hottest Brazilian beach volleyball players, or checking in on the Mr. Belvedere cast. Where are they now? Guess who's hot, and guess who's not dead? Shocker, Mr. Belvedere's not down. He might be. I probably should have checked that before I said it. He could be dead, but I don't know. Regardless, see, I didn't read the list. And every headline, everything, every fucking tease that you hear, somebody speaks out or reveals or unveils some sort of new inside information that you, dear person, for simply clicking on this or whatever, or sitting through the commercial break, gets to glean this fancy new information that is garbage. If it's celebrities or it's politicians, it's stuff that's leaked by a publicist to spin a story to advance their careers. It's not news. That's not what news is. We should stop calling this news. At least TMZ has the decency. I mean, Entertainment Tonight, for you older folks, I guess it still exists as ET, was trying to sound dignified with what they were doing, with being a television tabloid. TMZ, they know exactly what they are. They're not fooling anybody. And that's fine. That's what that is. That's TMZ. The other things they want to have, you want to have a suit, a suit on the guys. The women are dressed nicely and pretend like they're presenting you something different than TMZ of value. They're not. They're presenting you garbage. And not only that, it's all sensational stuff that really doesn't help you, because it's not informative. It's not educational. All it does is rile people up. I'll give you an example. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm a parent now and I wasn't a parent before and I didn't give a shit. So many horrible atrocities that happen to children in a bubble. Why do they even share the stories where a horrible person did a horrible thing and they arrested him? I mean, if somebody's going around diddling kids and they haven't caught him, by all means, let's alert the news. Let's get a sketch artist out there and we'll get a mob with pitchforks and flaming torches and what have you. But if all you're going to do is share the story about the junkie who, shook their kid to death and now they've arrested him, fuck that guy. Yeah, we all agree he's a terrible person. That's not news. What are you doing? All you're doing is having parents look at the TV and just cover their mouth and go, oh, God. Oh, did you see this terrible story? Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I know. But you know what? That's not news. That's not, if that's news to anybody, they should be in jail with the guy. If it's news to not dribble your 5-month-old like a basketball, then you shouldn't be a parent. So don't give us these garbage stories that make us feel emotion and call it news. That's not news. That's sensationalism. That's garbage. You're not informing the community. You're simply taking this terrible thing that happened and going, ooh, we can put that on there. People are going to want to hear this. You're not doing any good. Do us all a favor and quit. I don't know. I wish I had a better finish to that sentence, but stop it. And people, by the way, stop watching. Stop encouraging this. That's any of this, whether it's what did Donald Trump say or what did Hillary Clinton's email say, whatever. Stop it. You're wasting your time, and you're not getting informed. You're not getting smarter. You're getting garbage information that people want you to hear that's not helping you be a better person. It's not helping you be a better parent, a better neighbor. It's not helping you be a better person in your community. It's doing none of those things. If anything, it's causing you to get sad or get depressed about how garbage the world is, or get in arguments with people that you thought were your friends, There's no positives there. How many times are people going to turn off the news and go, I feel refreshed. Let's go out for some froyo. No, they're going to turn it off and hug their kid and pour themselves a drink and put the kid to bed and go, oh, God, what are we doing? Oh, this world's a terrible place. How is that good? This isn't for the community's benefit. It's for your pockets, and it's got to stop. The only way it's going to stop is if people stop supporting it. Look, traffic and weather, I got news for you. We all got phones. Stop it. You can get your information for that there. Fine. That hasn't been relevant in years. All the other stuff, let's start rewarding real journalists. You know, it'd be nice if we lived in a world where real journalists researching and sharing good informative stories had good jobs again. And that was the news. But you know what? People don't want to watch that because it's boring. The real news is boring. And we're a bunch of idiots. We're a bunch of goldfish with 10-second attention spans just swimming around going, oh, what's that? Oh, what's that? We can't sit still for a long-form piece well-researched by somebody with sources and information. But we need to be. We got to stop supporting this. It would be a dream if people were limited and like you only get to click on 10 random articles a day on your Facebook or whatever the hell it is. I think that'd be good. Wouldn't it be nice if somehow we were limited or it cost you $1 a click? We sure would clear out a lot of that crap that we waste in that time we waste by just looking at worthless things and spending an extra 12 minutes in the office bathroom. I know you're in there. I can see your feet. You've been in there for 20 damn minutes. Some of us need to use the bathroom, and it's not a number one. So get off of there. I know you're on your phone. That might have been a little cathartic there, but come on. We are wasting our time and our lives and getting depressed and bummed out, and the news is to blame. It might not be the only reason, but it's the reason. We should demand a news that informs the population and makes us better as a society and stops making us worse. And it starts with you turning off your phone, not clicking on the Mr. Belvedere story, and getting your ass out of the stall because this is a public bathroom and this is ridiculous. And now I'm getting worked up. Fix it, people. Stop watching the news, air quotes, and focus on being a better person and informing yourself. Until we talk again, it's been AO Storm reminding you to be a good person.